Welcome to Learning AI. Today we're going to be downloading Jupyter Notebooks so we can do some programming in Python. And we're also going to be learning how to sign into Kaggle, which is a machine learning community that run competitions and have data sets. And we're going to be grabbing one of those data sets so we can learn machine learning with that data set. So let's get started. Now, downloading Jupyter Notebooks, we actually have to do that by downloading what's called Anaconda. So let's do that now. And that's the one there. Now, Anaconda has a whole bunch of cool things inside it. It's got Jupyter Notebooks. It's also got Pandas, the library, and Matplotlib, and NumPy. They're the libraries we're going to use to do some machine learning to start with. But later on, we'll probably use libraries like TensorFlow and scikit-learn down the track as well, because they're very handy for machine learning. So it's a pretty cool package. So let's download this now. I'm running Windows, but you can of course download it for any operating system. So I'll download that now. Save the file up in my downloads, and that'll take a short amount of time. We'll be back soon. Okay, so that's finished now. That actually took almost 10 minutes. So the bar goes almost all the way, and then takes way longer than you expect right here. So anyway, get prepared for a long wait. So, go next. I've actually got PyCharm already. I do a bit of programming in that for a bit of my work, which is to do with machine learning. So, that's pretty cool if you want to download that. What do we got here? I don't need to learn anymore. I don't need to learn how to get started. So, finish. All good. So, let's see if we can get that working. So if I put in Anaconda, you get the Anaconda Navigator. Now, this is where you start from. So Navigator, this is just to check that it works. It'll come up with these little black screens, like the command line or terminal, whatever you got with your operating system. That's just the way it works. Seems a bit odd. A lot of programs don't do that, but well, they don't show it, but this one does. So anyway, get this green circle, which means it's almost there, it's trying, and eventually it will pop up. Very shortly it will pop up, I believe. So you got to click on down here. You may not get the Anaconda icon. I just get this little Python icon instead. But this is the navigator. There's a few different labs, console, things you can use. Jupyter Notebooks is the one that we want to use. So you just click launch. And the pretty cool thing about this is that it launches it inside Mozilla Firefox, if you've got that, or your browser by default, I think. So, awesome. So it goes to your directory. So then you can just go into any file you want, any folder you want, and just create what's called a Jupyter notebook. You just go to any folder you want, and then all you got to do is just go new, so over on the right side of the screen here, and notebook. So you get notebook here. We're going to do a Python 3 notebook, and it will load. And there it is, Python notebook, or Jupyter notebook, which is in Python, ready to go. So in the tutorials, this is what I'll start with in every tutorial. So once you got this working, you're good to go. The next thing you want to do is just get the data set, which is also important for the tutorials. Before we do that though, let me just mention one thing. If we go back to this tab, you'll notice that one of these notebooks is green, and that's the one that I've got here. So I can actually title this first tutorial. I'll rename that. Cool. And there it is, it's green. It just means that it's running. So my computer actually, you can hear it churning over when Jupyter Notebooks is running. So I've also got a webcam things working, so that might use a bit more of the processing power, but you can see it. So it's running. When you close Jupyter Notebooks, you just click on it, shut down that file. So you close this, leave the page, shut down this file, and then that's not running anymore. And then you can open it again by just clicking on it. Simple as that. And when you want to fully exit everything, you just close the window and then just close this window, and it'll ask you. You might have some still running, so if you didn't shut them down, it'll shut them down automatically when you close, but you just say quit. So don't quit, don't exit out of Jupyter Notebooks yet, or Anaconda. Just stay on your first tutorial notebook, and then in another window, let's go to Kaggle and get some data. So we want to get a data set from Kaggle. Kaggle is really cool. It's like a machine learning competitions and educational sort of resource. It's also got data sets, and that's what we want. So let's click on data sets. The data set that I'm using, and you can use anything you want. You can choose any of these, but the one I'm using is house prices in King Country. I was just looking through data sets and I wanted to do house prices, so I chose this one. So I'll try this King. That should come up. That's the one. So yeah, there you go. Now it's got all this data all this information about the data set. Sort of is data, and you can sort of view it there. These are pretty cool, these graphs. They show you the distribution of the data and their values, but we just want to download the data. So first thing, license, Creative Commons, public domain, that's good, we can use it. You can click on that and it'll give you a link to describing what that means, which is really cool. No copyright. You can copy, modify, distribute, perform the work, even for commercial purpose, all without asking permission. That's awesome. So let's use this data set. So download the data set, just click up here. It's going to want you to sign in to be a member of Kaggle. So it's pretty quick and easy. I'm already signed up, but if you just go to register, I just registered with my email, but you could try with Google, I guess. Once you've done that, you'll get back to the page and you'll be able to download that data file once you've signed in. So it'll come in a zip. For Windows, it'll come in a .zip package. So you just need to extract that, and you want to extract that because so inside your zip package, you're going to have a .csv file, and you want to extract that .csv file inside the folder that you've got this first tutorial notebook. So I've got mine. Where is it? It's definitely, there it is. I've got mine right here. So make sure it's in the same folder that you've got your tutorial. Just makes things a bit easier. And then we want to download, we've downloaded it. Then we want to get the data into the notebook. So to do that, we import pandas, which is a library that will help us do that as PD. And then we're going to make a data frame, which is the pandas way of storing all that data in Python. So we want to do pandas dot read CSV, pretty straightforward. And inside that, we simply put the name of the data set. KC, so King Country, house data dot CSV. And I also want to show the data. So in Python, in Jupyter Notebooks, it runs Python in these little lines here, and you can press Shift Enter, and that runs the Python code. And you didn't see anything there because I haven't printed anything on the screen. But if I print, "G'day, mate," there you go. It's sort of like, works like a normal Python environment, like PyCharm would, something like that. So, but what I want to do is I want to show all the data. Well, not all of it. How about the top 5 rows of the data? So let's do data frame dot head. That gets the top 5 rows in the pandas data frame. And there it is. Our data's there. So that was our CSV file, and now it's workable in Python. So it's even, you can interact with it too with this little slider. So that's why I'm using Jupyter Notebooks, because it's just so easy to look at data, to visualize things. You can even do plots and it'll just pop up right beneath. So really cool. Last thing I'll just mention is you don't always have to put code in these little cells. you can actually change them. So up here, it's currently a code, but I only really use Markdown. You can use these too, but the other one's Markdown, and that's just text. So text, hello, and there you go. When you press Shift Enter, so Shift Enter is whenever you want to execute one of these cells, and it'll pop up as text. And you can even do cool things like you can insert an image as well. So I'll let you mess around with that. So that's all for today. Have a go at the first tutorial, the Learning AI 2D linear regression tutorial, and then that'll lead on to the multilinear regression one as well. So give them a go, and I hope you enjoyed the video.